Hey there tech fans, today I have the Orei HD-22VW single input, 4 output video wall controller. This product allows you to very easily connect the single HDMI media device to 4 ultra high definition monitors at the same time, creating a gigantic video wall. And you have complete control over how that display is organized using the buttons on the front of the unit, the included infrared remote control, or through a direct RS-232 connection on the rear of the unit. It fully supports 4K ultra high definition media content at up to 60 frames per second, and it's both HDMI 2.0 as well as HDCP 2.2 compliant, which means it's plug and play compatible with all of your modern media gear. It also provides dual inputs, both a full-sized HDMI for modern media equipment and a USB-C for portable equipment like a tablet or maybe your mobile phone. And it provides audio extraction capabilities where it can digitally separate the audio component from the media being displayed and then allows you to pass that audio along through an analog or digital connection to a home stereo or your soundbar for that full theater experience. Now, as part of this overview, I'd like to start with a quick unboxing just to show you everything that's included with the kit. And then I'll take a closer look at the unit and I'll explain the connections and indicators so you understand how to use it. And then I'll come back one more time and point out a few of the special features that I really like about this unit that you can use to compare it to other products you may be considering. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you first pop open the box, you'll find the product. You'll also find a single 5-volt, 2-amp DC power supply. You can plug this into any standard wall outlet. The other end of the cable has a barrel connection on it with a locking collar that plugs directly into the back of the unit and provides all the power you'll need for operation. Also included is an infrared extender kit. If you locate this inside of a cabinet, you can't use the remote control because those signals won't penetrate that front door. You can locate. The product features a full metal enclosure which makes it incredibly durable and helps to minimize outside interference from causing any issues with the sensitive electronics inside. On either side of the cabinet, you'll find these ventilation slots that are designed to let any heat that develops during operation escape and keep the electronics inside at a comfortable temperature. You'll also find mounting holes on both sides that can be used with the included bracketing kit to mount the module up off the ground and out of the way. On the front of the unit, starting on the left, is a power indicator. When you add power to the unit, it starts an internal power on self-test where it checks the electronics. Once it passes that test, it'll light that LED letting you know it's ready to use. To the right of that is an infrared receiver window, and that's where the signals from the remote control are picked up. So when you set this up on your media center or on your desktop, make sure that window is visible if you're using the remote control. To the right of that are 3 more LEDs labeled HDMI, USB-C, and Auto. The first 2 indicate which of the 2 inputs is currently active, and you can select that by tapping these 2 buttons right here. The Auto indicator lets you know the unit is automatic mode, and it will select which of the inputs is currently active for you. To the right of that are 4 more LEDs, all labeled output, and these correspond to the 4 connections on the rear for the HDMI monitors. When you make a connection using an HDMI cable to each one of those monitors, that HDMI connection is checked, and once it's been verified, the LED will come on indicating a solid connection. So under normal operation, the power, either the HDMI or the USB-C are on, and all 4 of these should be lit. To the right of that, you'll find the HDMI and USB-C selection switches. You can use these to switch between the 2 inputs. There's a mode switch that allows you to step through the various modes that are available for that wall display. And then finally, another button is labeled Res for resolution, and you can tap that to walk through the various resolutions for the input media. On the rear of the unit, starting on the left, you'll find 2 input connections, a full-sized HDMI and a USB-C. This product allows you to use either of these as your input media connection, and that will actually connect to the media device you'd like to display in your 4 output monitors. To the right of that are 4 more full-sized HDMI. It's helpful. Now here are a few really important things to keep in mind when you're comparing the Orei HD-22VW with other products you may be considering. The first thing has to do with the resolution. This product fully supports 4K ultra high definition media content at up to 60 frames per second. A lot of other video wall controllers may only support a lower resolution like 1080p or 720, or if they support 4K at all, it may only be 30 frames per second. So knowing you have a product that supports the higher resolution at that higher frame rate means it's going to work great with all of your modern media equipment. The other advantage is this product provides dual inputs, so you can use an HDMI connection to newer media gear or a USB-C connection for some of your portable gear, again like a phone or a tablet. The unit also provides audio extraction capabilities where again it can digitally separate the audio from the media being displayed and allow you to pass that along through the analog or digital connection to a soundbar or other amplifier system for that full theater experience. The other important difference is this product is both HDMI 2.0 and HDCP 2.2 compliant. And those are important standards because the HDMI standard in particular has gone through a lot of changes in recent years. So knowing you're on the latest version of HDMI means you can take advantage of all those advanced features. And the HDCP certification is equally important because that controls copy protection. So again, knowing you've got a product that's on the latest version of HDCP for 4K content means you can play a wider variety of files through the product.